Okay, Coach Russell, so training camp, USA Wrestling.
About
Freestyle.
time.
Yes, here in beautiful Geneva, Ohio. I mean, I don't know if January in Geneva, Ohio is beautiful, but a good setting for...
No, a lot nicer than we thought it would be. So they got great facilities here. The weather's been good. They're taking good care of us, so no complaints.
Yeah, but, you know, it's not like there's a mountain to go climb or ski down or anything like that. And
Yeah, we're not allowed out of our bubble, so it's hard to get. You got in the bubble. I don't know how you did, but, you know, with keeping the guys separate from everybody, and we have a housing right here. We just walk across the street to where we work out, so it's what we need for this time in our lives, so it's a pretty good setup.
It's called a healthcare screening, and I've done several of them today, right? No, that's a thing. Like, you got to do a healthcare screening.
Yeah, we test the guys coming in. We're
mask up. I have to mask up for everything.
Yeah,
I mean, you probably haven't seen my face yet today. I do have a face made for radio, so that's okay. But
me too. I look better with a mask on, so
I do
it's been
too.
good for me.
I do
COVID's been
too.
Good.
I like it. But you come here, guys really get to focus on the finer points. The skull session this morning, the video study with Kevin Jackson was next level.
Yeah, no, it's been good. Yeah, and having a smaller group is good. A lot more one-on-one. But, you know, KJ runs a great practice, and, you know, I get fired up just watching him teach. So I know the guys got a lot out of it today. And, you know, to have a world champion, Olympic champion, you know, he's got those behind his belt a little bit. And then a lot of years of coaching our national team, coaching some Olympic champs, world champs. Having Bruce Bumgarner in with us has been great. Bill was here the first couple days before we went to France. So I think these guys are getting their money's worth. So I think it's a good opportunity for all of us.
Well, that's what Colin said. Colin Moore was like, you know, normally these camps are 40 guys. This is like 20, right? And he really liked that because the focus is so, you can get lost in the mix, he feels like, with 40, right? He said the focus and the attention from the coaches has just been on another level is what Colin Moore said.
Yeah, I think that's been a positive. You know, with the COVID, we wanted to have a smaller camp to kind of start out with, and this is kind of a test run, so we need to do everything right on this camp so we can have more camps down the road. But I think the individual stuff these guys have been getting, and Mason with the U.S. Olympic committees here is a strength coach and physiologist, been working with the guys as well. So they're getting hit by a lot of different people, but I think it's positive and a lot of one-on-one. We get our eyes on them a lot more with a smaller group.
You know, being right on this campus, in this bubble, self-contained, it is there. I don't know if there's better facilities in the world.
No,
I don't feel like I'm exaggerating. The Spire Center is incredible.
Yeah, it's just immense too. I mean, the facilities they got, and just, you know, you're in one building to the next, and it's pretty impressive what they've built here. And I think there's a lot of possibilities. You know, looking at this, thinking about camps we could have here in the future or events you could host here. It's a good facility for that and good location.
National Collegiate Open was here one year. I covered it. I was like, oh, I couldn't, and I only saw the front quarter of the place.
That's funny.
It's unreal. But where are you guys going down the road? Where is men's freestyle? Where is USA Wrestling going to be hosting other training camps? Where are the women going to be? Men, Greco? Where are you going to do all that at?
Yeah, right now, you know, Greco's in a camp right now. They're in South Dakota. Women are right now in Arizona in a camp. So we're all in camps right now. We also have a team over in France right now. The women are competing today. The men compete tomorrow. So, you know, excited to have our first trip overseas as well. And all three styles, we're looking at having camps in February as well. So we're going to be February 10th through the 20th is our plan right now for men's freestyle. And we're going to be in Charlotte, North Carolina is where our next camp's going to be. But, you know, all of us are excited to get back going, get the groups together. And then after February, everybody's pretty much worried about the Olympic trials. So, you know, we'll kind of let everybody go home for about 8 weeks, prepare for that. And then we'll have our Olympic team and be fired up. So we're excited and just hopeful to get things moving and moving in the right direction again.
Tons of RTC events. I think it's been a great gap filler and great competition, right? I mean, look at the match we got the other night. We got David Taylor versus, you know, Jordan Burroughs. Jordan might have got to tweaked his groin a little bit, but he's supposed to be here, right? But you have these events. What do you do? How do you guys react, and what do you tell the guys about the events and the girls about the events? What do you think?
No, we're super excited about it. You know, it's been maybe COVID kind of forced us that way. You know, there's nothing good about COVID, but good can come from it. And I think having these individual cards, one-off cards, has been very good for the athletes, for the sport. I think it'll help us grow. But I think the athletes getting that competition, you know, there's not a crowd there, but that feels like a competition. They're weighing in, they're going on there competing, people are watching. So I think for the athletes, it's been a good way to fill the void. You know, we haven't been able to go overseas and compete until this weekend. So guys being able to get that competition atmosphere, that competition feel, it's just a little bit different than practice. So I'm super excited for the events that have been happening, and I think it's maybe gonna be a trend for down the road. So it's pretty cool.
Are you a criteria man or an overtime man?
I could go either way. You know, criteria.
As long as the American wins, you don't care.
No, if you know the rules, you know the sport, you're following the match closely, it's fun because there's never a tie. Somebody's always ahead. The problem relies in if you haven't been paying attention, you're not knowing how the scoring goes, or it gets in all those crazy things and nobody knows who's winning. That's frustrating. But the cool thing about it is somebody's always ahead. You're not going to have a tie. Good, but also, you know, there's some of my most emotional, most dramatic matches I've seen are the long overtimes that are crazy and tough. And so, you know, there's pros and cons for both. But
here, I got one for you. You ready?
Yeah.
Olympic semifinal 2000. Saitiev, Brandon Slay. 3-3 goes to overtime. We don't have that if it's criteria. One way or another, so that match is already over. But instead, we got the blast double heard around the world.
Yeah.
Right? So I look at it from that angle. That's the way, you know, like.
I agree. Those are, I mean, overtime where.
It's iconic. That is an iconic match.
Yeah.
Right? It's an iconic sudden victory match. We saw Bruce today. He knocked off the defending Olympic champion, I believe, and then had his 4-inch vertical leap. That was hilarious.
It was like 5 inches.
Yeah, 5 inches, right?
Yeah,
that was really funny.
Yeah, no, it's pretty cool.
The guys loved that.
Yeah.
And he was pumped.
It's fun having Bruce here and you know, having Doc put the video together and throwing in some clips of Bruce. I think that made it real fun. So Doc Bennett does a great job with those videos we do every morning, have a meeting and go over video. Today went a little long because we're having too much fun, but it's all right. We're here. We got facilities to ourselves. We'd have a small group. So like KJ said, when we went like an extra hour or so for practice, that we got nothing else going on, so it doesn't matter. So it's kind of funny.
All right, Coach. When you guys out of here?
We're out of here on the 20th. So our last day on the mat will be the 19th, and then head home. Then we'll be back together next month, starting February 10th. So
where are you guys then?
In Charlotte, North Carolina is the plan right now. So
nice. Well, yeah, obviously everything.
With
everything
COVID,
is,
you really don't
know, man, right?
Don't prepare ahead of
yeah,
time.
like I got a duel to cover tomorrow morning. I don't even know if it's a duel. It's two teams getting together and doing a bunch of wrestling. You know how that is, right? Because there's extra matches, right?
No,
there's extra matches and all this crazy stuff. I still don't know if the event's tomorrow yet because they had the rapid test today, right?
Yeah, it's crazy, and I'm glad the NCAA is letting those extra matches count.
Well, you have to
because it's important, and I
you
think
need a barometer, right? You need to know where guys are.
Thought that through and said, hey, you know, you can have not just your normal dual meet, you can have those extra matches, and I think that's a really wise decision on their part. So it's good. I'm excited to see wrestling, excited to get them back, and you know we got to do a good job here at this camp so we can have the next one and keep moving forward. So it's crazy times, but we'll get through it.
Do you cheer for a certain college team? Are you a Patriot fan? Are you a Gopher fan? A Beaver fan?
Yeah. Here's the cool thing about my job. So for years I was a college coach, and you had to not like the other guys, that kind of stuff. Now I get to coach Team USA, so it's a blast. You know, I don't get caught up in the rivalries like I used to, and just have, you know, want to see college wrestling back and thriving at the college level. It really what makes us great is the RTCs, the colleges, the developmental program, the kids coming through clubs, coming through their high school programs. You know, that gives me job security. So love that stuff when it grows. But yeah, I just cheer for wrestling. And that's the honest answer.
I believe it, actually. If it weren't, I'd press you, believe me. I'd be like, hey, you don't give me the November 3rd politician answer, give me the real answer. So, all right, Coach, you got anything else for me?
No, I appreciate you coming down and spending the day with us at practice.
I might be back.
All right.
I might be back. If I can get back in the bubble, I'll try.
But it's tricky, but
we'll see.
You can get through it.
We'll see. All right, Coach, thanks for the time. Good luck to you guys.
All right, thank you.